Alright guys, we are back for another video today. As you can see, I have my car behind me. We drove Club Loose last weekend. What I didn't tell you guys in that video is I have now discovered I have lots of oil leak coming from either the back of the pan or the rear main seal. So unfortunately, with the way this motor swap is set up, I cannot just pull the trans to see if it's the rear main, so I have to pull the motor. So we're gonna do that and probably a lot of other stuff while the motor's out before our next event. We're gonna drive this weekend, but you know, my car is broken, so everyone else was kind of like, we'll just wait. So I already started. I got some fluid drained. You know, car's up on stands. You might not be able to tell, it's kind of out of frame. So let's get right into the rest of it now. So as you can also see, I've started pulling the front end off. Obviously it's going to be way easier to pull the motor with the front end off, so that's what we're going to do. Started draining some fluid. I'm going to get it pretty much ready tonight to start the pulling actually tomorrow. It's Friday night, you know, I worked all day and whatnot. So I'm going to keep getting the fluids pulled off. And then probably the last thing I'll do when I'm getting ready to clean up is drain the rad so that I'm not like working in wet all for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow, hopefully I can get the motor pulled tomorrow and get the bay cleaned up because it's kind of nasty and all that. Alright, so you guys come with me. I got a little bit more done before I'm going to go inside. I got the fuel lines disconnected back there, if you can see. Probably not, but they're disconnected. I got the drive shaft where it connects to the trans. Again, you're not really able to see it up there, but the hardware is all out, so once I'm ready to drop that, you know, I can just kind of wiggle the drive shaft out. Cross members are loose. Clutch line's disconnected. So I think really all I got to do is drain the power steering and drain the coolant, disconnect a few wires, and pull the motor. Sounds simple enough. So I'll probably my battery's about to die on my camera here, so I'll probably pick up with you guys in the morning. But I will do a little bit more off camera now before it gets dark. Alright, it's back. It's the next morning, Saturday morning. I went and got a haircut first thing. Started on the car. As you can see, I got the rest of the front end pulled off, so you know, everything's nice and accessible now. I'm going to probably work on getting these headers off so I can unplug the few wires down there and have access to the starter a little easier. This header's super easy to pull off, so that's no big deal. After that, I think it's really just a few things under the car, and I got to pull the intake manifold as well, but we're getting there, nice and easy. Alright, so this is where I'm at. You can see I got the intake manifold off. The whole engine harness is tucked up over there. So pretty much I think everything that needs to be off of the motor for it to come out is pretty much off, other than the like steering shaft combo on the driver's side. I gotta kind of wiggle that out as the motor comes out. So I have a motor plate, like a picker thing for that, so I gotta pull the valley cover off quick, loosen up some things. Still got a few things to do, but it'll be ready to come out within an hour or two. So yeah, we're getting somewhere. Alright, so I got everything pretty much disconnected, so Tyler came out to give me a hand actually pulling it. We got it motor pretty much floating, disconnected the mounts very last, just so, you know, motor stays in place. So we're gonna pull it out really quick. Whee! And hopefully it's smooth. We'll set it down and then I'll get the trans off, get it up on the motor stand and all that, and start digging into it. Motor out, baby. So pulling the motor's pretty easy on this. It's not like super fast, but at like a pretty chill work pace. Probably took like 2 or 3 hours. If you had, you know, and Tyler only helped actually pull it, so like if we had both of us have it out probably an hour. So
yeah, I mean, we did the ZF, which is a lot more, the M52, which is a lot more, in an hour.
yeah, so overall, we're gonna get this thing pulled apart up on the stand and all that, and see what's leaking. The clutch looks like brand new still, like no heat marks on it, so that's pretty cool. And then we did discover the rear main seal was what was leaking. It was kind of like pushed out. I like tapped with my finger and it popped right back in. So I'm gonna replace the rear main, not gonna pull the pan off. I found slight metal in the oil pan yesterday draining the fluid. I'm gonna pull the filter apart and look at it. I'm debating if I want to pull the heads off and check the lifters.
To make that decision after the oil filter.
Yeah, I'll probably pull the filter apart and look at that and decide. I don't know if it's maybe just like the brand new cam kind of wearing in a little. Like I said, it was really faint, but I did see a little, so I'm kind of on the fence about it. So I'm probably gonna pull the filter apart and decide then. Alright, so as you guys saw yesterday, we got the motor out, we did all that. So now I'm pretty much just waiting on parts for the motor stuff. So I'm actually gonna pull the seat out here and work on getting all the sound ending out and getting some of the rust in there that's starting to rust just cleaned up before it gets too bad. So as you can see, I got the seat out right there, got my blowtorch and that. So I stripped this section right here. It might be kind of hard to see because of the shadow. I stripped that section kind of under all the wiring of everything. Ooh, weird bug. I'm gonna work on, I think, stripping out some of these wires quick so it's a little easier to access what I need to. Like, I don't need a lot of this stuff, and by a lot of it I mean virtually all of it. So we're gonna tackle that and then probably continue removing the sound ending. Alright, I'm gonna check in with you guys on how much wiring I got cut out of this thing. A lot. If you can see the before and after, the whole bag is full. It's been a while since I checked in with you guys, so let me show you what I got done. One, we got the sound ending all stripped, and I have this is all like rust preventer shit. It's all drying right now. Got a lot of the wire harness trimmed out, zip tied up, pretty nice. I'm gonna order a loom for it so that it's all hidden. Come to the back, same thing back there. So this has been a real slow process. So I've been out here for a few hours doing this, but it looks really good so far, so I'm excited about it. Alright, so it's been a couple days since I filmed anything. I don't really know if I've shown you guys this yet, but I've been working on getting the dash. It's all painted. I got a delete panel for the cluster, delete panel for that. My switches will get deleted from there, go into there. It's really just sitting, it's not even really in place, it's just kind of sitting up there because I wanted to somewhat look at it in car. So that's really what I've been working on. It's been raining on and off for the day, so I haven't been out here doing too much. But yeah, I'm super excited. I painted the dash, it looks super good. I've got some other goodies for in here coming, so it'll be cool. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's raining outside on and off all day. Like, it'll pour and then get blazing sunny, so we push my motor inside so we can work on it. You done fogged up on me. Getting weird. So I got the old rear main pulled out. That was all messed up. This is like a centering ring to make sure this plate is centered around the crank so that the rear main is perfectly aligned. It's good. So we're gonna work on pressing the rear main in. I'm gonna silicone the edges so it holds it and gets a good seal. Alright, so I just put the new rear main seal in. I'll show you guys that now. I was gonna show you on camera, but it's so humid out and it was like pouring still that the camera was fogging up. So the rear main's in. I put a little bit of silicone around the edge, made sure not to get it on the crank. Put it around the edge to help seat it. I also blasted the crank pulley on a little bit more because before it would ride right on this back little lip. So that means I just didn't suck it on all the way. as well as the front main used to leak a little, very little. So I'm hoping this seals it. I do have a front main if I need to do that. I'm not super worried about replacing that currently, because if I need to do it, I can just pull the front of the car off. It's super easy. So really, the motor's ready to go back in. I have all the gaskets, you know, for like the intake manifold, the valley cover, and all that. But I'm really just waiting on a few goodies from a company I really like. Unfortunately, their shipping always takes a while, and I don't like that. But their products are really good. Hasn't even shipped yet, so hopefully it comes. If it doesn't ship, probably by this week, I gotta just start putting the motor back in the car, because I can't keep waiting. But yeah, so motor's ready to go back in, and hopefully it works. Alright guys, so I'm home from work. It is Monday, had a long day. We're back here working on the car. The last few things I need to get this thing back in the car have been shipped, which is a full brake booster ABS delete kit from Chase Bays. I love Chase Bays products. Getting them a little annoying, but so I'm going to work on pulling all this out. I got some drain pans down there. I'm going to start draining the fluid, and we're going to get this thing moving right now. Let's go. Oh, sorry, camera. Alright, so I got the booster and whatnot out. It's right there, sitting in a oil pan, oil drain pan. So this is what the bay now looks like. Bam. Free up all that room. These are the brake lines. They'll come out and get replaced with the Chase Bay stuff. It was a little harder than anticipated, just under the dash. Well, there's not really a dash in it, but getting the pedal disconnected was kind of hard for some reason. Not hard, just hard for me. It freed up lots of space, so I think it'll look sick with the Chase Bay stuff in there. While we're at it, we're going to clean up all this stuff going on, all the wiring and all that. And hopefully by the time I'm done, it'll look super good. That stuff should hopefully be here by the end of the week. Hopefully I can install it this weekend. That's kind of the game plan and the goal. And then get the motor back in, hopefully maybe also this weekend. So busy weekend. Hopefully I have time to get it all done. I may have some things to do, but we're going to try our best to get it done ASAP. Alright, so we're back. I got my Chase Bays kit in. The Master's not in there because Tyler has it in his hands currently. We're going to work on installing that. It looks super good, so we're going to get it in really quick and have cool brakes. There it is.
I have no brakes.
Ooh, let's get it done. We got it mostly together out here. Looks super good. Lines all ran up. Those aren't on yet, but saves so much space. It's pretty much starting to rain, so we're going to get cleaned up really quick, but looks good. And this came out super nice. It does refer to the dash, so you guys have seen I've been working super hard to get the dash back in and make it super nice. So on top of that, I got the switch panel all mounted up super nice. It looks super good with everything, with the delete plate, you know, the headlight unit back in. So I'm super excited on how this is going to look in the car, and it's going to make the inside feel like a car again, and I'm so excited. So we'll probably work on getting the motor back in soon, and then after that, put the interior back in and be ready to rip.